Thousands are expected to fill that lower Broadway area tonight to ring in the new year for the annual bash on Broadway. News Channel 5's Cuthbert Langley joins us from Lower Broad this morning, and it's pretty cold out there, isn't it? I know you're struggling this morning. Had to get out the earmuffs, and people are going to need that tonight too when they get out there.
Absolutely. It really is cold, Amy. We're just a block away from the river, and the wind coming in blowing really does make it quite chilly out here this morning. But no doubt you're going to have some very close friends keeping you warm tonight, because they're expecting about 100,000 people to be filling these streets along Lower Broadway tonight. The music note you can see behind me is ready, geared up, ready to go tonight to launch. Let me show you a look at it now that it's getting brighter out here. You can see there is a flurry of activity here, even though it is only 7 o'clock in the morning. Folks are starting to line up down here for the noon open. That's when you can start coming down here to the main stage for all the music. And let's take a look at video from last year. This shows you just how crowded it gets here down on Lower Broadway. Times this by a few, because there are going to be a record-setting amount of people out here. We're talking close to 100,000 people are going to be crowding all the way up to 5th Avenue. For Lady Antebellum and Gavin DeGraw, they're going to be the big music acts this year. Of course, the music note will drop at midnight to ring in the new year here in the Music City. The Bash on Broadway started back in 2008 as a way to attract more visitors to the Music City, and so far, bigger crowds has meant more money for the city.
Think about it as a $20 million weekend or weekday for this city. That's visitor spending. That's new dollars. That's a lot of sales tax and a lot of revenue for our city to keep doing what we're doing.
Now, if you're planning on getting in the middle of all of this action, there are a few options to help you get home safely tonight. City officials say a downtown taxi stand will be available beginning tonight at 10 o'clock. It's going to be stationed at Broadway and 7th Avenue. And the Sheriff's Department's Sober Ride campaign will offer free rides to Davidson County homes from 10 p.m. until 2 a.m. There'll be 3 pickup locations for that: 2nd Avenue and Church Street, Demonbreun Street at the roundabout, and 5 Points in East Nashville. So again, this all opens up for everyone today at noon. There already are a couple of vendors and tents here along the streets to keep folks warm as they wait for the country music to start at 6:45 this evening. Reporting live here on Lower Broadway, I'm Cuthbert Langley, News Channel 5 HD.
Cuthbert, thank you. And guess what? It's already 2015 in Sydney, Australia. And you are looking live right now as the celebrations begin. That's just gorgeous there. Again, 2015 in Sydney, Australia. New Zealand ringing the new year first at 5 a.m. our time this morning. But there will be fireworks downtown tonight, so that's going to be fun, and we'll show you those pictures tomorrow. Well, the Music City Bowl, it took over downtown Nashville. Notre Dame and LSU drew tens of thousands of fans to LP Field in Lower Broad. LSU fell to Notre Dame on a last-second field goal, 31-28, and we'll have more highlights for you coming up in sports. New for you this morning, a family of 5 is staying with family after a massive fire. This was video of the scene, which started around 1:30 this morning on Rural Hill Court in Priest Lake. Fire crews knocked out the blaze that mostly damaged a bedroom and the attic. The rest of the house has extensive smoke and water damage. The residents, including 3 adults, 2 kids, a dog, and cat, will be staying with family tonight, and so lucky that nobody was hurt. And just in for us this morning, a couple of house guests are under arrest after trying to set their host's apartment on fire. The person who rented the apartment told the 2 they had to get out. They said they would torch the place before they left, and then they made good on their threat. The woman admitted to setting the fire, telling police that she wanted to kill everyone in the building. The man was arrested on a warrant out of New York. And a judge lowered the bond for a teen accused in the brutal sexual assault of a 15-year-old in Hopkinsville. Yesterday, bond for 19-year-old Tyler Perry was lowered from $1 million to $200,000 cash. At last check, he had not bonded out. The Kentucky New Era reports a 17-year-old co-defendant will be in court today to be arraigned and is expected to be charged as an adult. 3 teens and 20-year-old Dayton Jones are accused in the October assault that left a 15-year-old with serious internal injuries. Some shocking new developments this morning surrounding the Holly Bobo case. Defense attorneys are demanding all charges against the 2 prime suspects be dismissed. Attorneys for Zach Adams and Jason Autry recently filed the motion because they still haven't received key discovery in the case from prosecutors, specifically information on human remains said to be that of the missing nursing student. Attorney Fletcher Long said the state missed that deadline and insists he has received nothing linking the suspects to a homicide. A trial date still has not been set. And 3 men are in custody after a police chase that crossed the Tennessee-Kentucky border and a manhunt that lasted more than 11 hours. It all started after midnight yesterday at the Discount Smokes and Lotto in Hopkinsville. Police say James Lark, David Lane, and Brandon Lane shot at officers who were chasing them for an alleged burglary. The Kentucky New Era reports Lark was arrested when the truck's tires were spiked. Brandon was arrested after driving off an embankment, and David was later captured in Logan County. The trio faced multiple charges, including assaulting a police officer.